What is up, everyone? I hope you're all doing fantastic. Here we go. This is our first video of 2023. I hope you all had a fantastic New Year's Day, and I hope that you're also having a fantastic day. And in case for whatever reason you're not, I hope this video can make it a little bit better. I'm Mysticle, and today I'm bringing you the latest in XR news. In fact, we've already got news on a new headset and new devices on the first day of 2023. It's actually quite incredible. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So as usual, we're going to begin with the meta news, as I believe that's what most of you guys are here for. Let's begin with Meta's XR glasses acquisition. We all know Meta's working towards a future where they're going to create AR glasses and, scan the world, map it, and allow us to, create things here and there where we want it, maybe possibly play games on them, allow, I don't know, modifications with fake clothes and stuff. All I can say is AR glasses are really cool to me. The fact that I could walk around a space, create virtual desktops, and not have to possibly buy more monitors. Like, I could have a monitor floating there in space where there's obviously no table for me to have a monitor, boost my productivity, answer text messages while walking, just like looking at them there, not having to look down at my phone, or being able to continue a conversation with someone while at the same time reading up on something. It's really, really cool. I think it could boost the way we live as a whole in a bunch of different ways. Meta's acquisition march continues as the tech giant quietly confirms it's now acquired Belgian-Dutch company Luxexel? Is that how you pronounce that? Maybe? Founded in 2009, Luxexel was best known for 3D printing prescription lenses, initially reported by Belgian newspaper Die Tijd. A Meta spokesperson confirmed the news to Upload VR, releasing a short preparation statement. We're excited that the Luxexel team has joined Meta, deepening the existing partnership between the two companies. The acquisition cost wasn't disclosed, but Meta would have paid a hefty price. So this company, they developed 3D printing glasses lenses, which of course Meta is going to be using for XR development, or I'm sure that's why they acquired the company. I can't see any other reason. After all, Meta isn't just going to create your standard old sunglasses or something like that, I mean, they've already created smart glasses with cameras allowing you to capture moments in the world around you, but that's what they're working towards, their AR project. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. They're moving closer and closer to that goal, and hopefully we'll get some development kits out soon, even though I probably won't be able to get my hands on one of those, but I am still super excited to see and watch reviews of people that do get their hands on one of those. But yeah, Quest's New Year's sale goes live, offering similar discounts. We're not going to talk too much about this as it's already too late. Like, this happened yesterday. This sale disappeared yesterday, but yeah, Meta had a New Year's sale. Let me know if you guys managed to snag something from this sale, or if you didn't. I did announce it on the Discord to make sure that as many people as possible can get their hands on these games while they were live. But yeah, we're not going to talk about it too much because it's already gone, so let's move on to the next piece of news. Meta has unveiled its Meta Reality Mixed Reality system from VR Scout. Stereoscopic color pass-through, spatial anchoring, and scene understanding will deliver more realistic mixed reality experiences. Now, I have the Meta Quest Pro. I actually managed to pay it off. I'm super happy about that. I got this thing to create a review on it and to do a bunch of different things with it and check it out and see how it works. I actually ended up falling in love with the device, even though I still think the price tag is outrageous and it should not cost this much. I ended up not recording a review on it yet because I just don't think it's ready. I feel like it's more of a development kit than a full device, and I feel like a lot of people have already said what I would have said on it. I feel like I'm going to record a full review on it when we get the full studio. The AR mode on it, though, this is where things get interesting. It has color pass-through, and it has proper depth. Their color camera is being overlaid on top of the 4 other cameras, creating a sensation of depth. Now, this does sometimes get mixed up, and when you put your hand up close, you can see the colors not matching perfectly, but it creates the sensation of depth, and it's therefore depth correct. It's stereoscopic, which is what you want in AR glasses like this. And Meta has now released even more information, telling us exactly how it works and explaining to us how scene understanding is going to work in the future. Scene understanding is very important. Currently, you as a person have to map everything out in your room on your own. You have to map out walls, you have to map out tables, you have to map out your sofa to tell the device where that is. In the future, the device will know that itself using AI, and it will use that depth perception to know, for example, like in this picture, that the chair is behind the table, or that the buildings outside the window appear far away. That's really cool. When we get to that stage, we will be able to properly develop AR games that blend in with our surroundings. We won't have to map everything out on our own, depending on which room we go into, as that can get quite annoying. But yeah, I am super excited for this, and Meta sharing more information on this is really exciting. In case you want to read the full article, I'm of course going to leave a link to it down below. Bonelab, the game game that everyone thought was going to change the world, and then a lot of people loved it, and a lot of people got quite disappointed. I wasn't really disappointed. I think the game was fun. Valve released its annual list of best-selling Steam VR games of 2022, and it added Bonelab and After the Fall to its highest bracket. Compiling the data from January 1st to January 18th, Valve's list is based on revenue instead of individual sales, splitting this between several lists like top sellers and top early access graduates, with 100 entries each. For top-selling VR games, this applies to VR-only experiences, not games with supplemental VR modes like No Man's Sky or F1 22. And Bonelab managed to make it to Platinum. And unsurprisingly, the usual candidates like Beat Saber Superhot, The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim VR, and Half-Life Alyx are all present there, but they're now joined by Bonelab and After the Fall. So yeah, Bonelab was a best-selling game. Am I surprised? No, not really. A lot of people still really love the game, and with the potential of mods, that game is going to live on for a very, very long time, especially since the game is also available on Quest Standalone, which allowed it to reach a much larger audience. And it's also moddable on Quest Standalone, which is crazy, and I'll have a video out for you guys on how to mod it using only the Quest very, very soon. No PC, no phone, no ADB, no nothing like that, the Quest only. And a lot of people have already told me that they've done this and that it's super simple, but I'll have a video out for you anyway. But I did also tell you that new devices have already been announced on the 1st of January, which is crazy. It is a competitor to the Quest, but not the Quest 2. It's a competitor to the Quest Pro. It's cheaper, and it looks damn sexy. So let me tell you a bit about it. It's called the Vive XR Elite, and it's been listed for $1,400. HTC's upcoming standalone VR headset, which is set to compete with Meta for consumer dollars, may have just suffered a fairly important leak ahead of its promised CES 2023 unveiling this week. HTC seems to have tipped its hands by inadvertently releasing the name and pricing of the headset through its Korean storefront. So the headset, again, is not competing with the Quest 2. It's competing for consumer dollars. And yeah, the Quest Pro isn't a consumer headset. However, with the amount of consumers, myself for example, buying this headset, I mean, yeah, now there is going to be some competition. Especially since the Vive XR Elite, yeah, is a lot cheaper for me here in Ireland than this thing is. However, we will have more official information that will arrive during CES 2023 this week on January 5th to 8th. So we pretty much only have the name and the price. Oh yeah, and some pictures. And the device does look damn sexy if you ask me. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that it's not competing with the Quest 2, but nobody really expected that. A lot of people in my comments were already saying that they don't expect HTC to release a device that's going to compete with the Quest 2. They're not going to release a device that's cheap, but competing with the Quest Pro, that's a different story. So many people have purchased the Quest Pro, even though it hasn't been made for consumers. That wasn't its original goal, but yet here we are, and playing games on this thing is fantastic. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. Let me know what you think about HTC's new device, even though, you know, you can only speak on the name and the price, but would you be interested in this? Maybe, if it was better than the Quest Pro. And now, let's move on to some incredible accessories. I feel like 2023 is going to be the year of accessories. Full body tracking standalone, face and eye tracking, and hand tracking, and a bunch of different tracking accessories. I feel like that might be the year of 2023. And hopefully Meta joins that party and actually gives us full body tracking. Please, Meta, do it. We want it. But that is also going to give us a bunch of really cool, really interesting technologies that I definitely didn't expect, like the X-Mask, which aims to bring face tracking to consumers in a unique face mask form factor. This thing looks cool. Dolami, a Japanese startup based both in the US and Japan, announced it's raising 100 million yen, which is $730,000, this week to bring its X-Mask to the market, a unique face mask capable of tracking the user's facial movements in VR. While many of the specifics around the X-Mask are still under wraps, the startup seems to have both consumer and enterprise users in mind. That's really nice. Most companies like this only have enterprises in mind, not having a price tag that would be friendly towards consumers. So I'm really excited to see where this goes, how much it will cost, and how on earth will this work? There's still a lot to learn about the X-Mask. However, the unique face tracking mask is set to bring over 95% accuracy in replicating facial movements, with face tracking latency speeds reaching 200 milliseconds. It's also said that it's fairly light, weighing 4.50 Z or 128 grams. So what's unfortunate about devices like this is that they have to be put on. A lot of users are against against having to put on something before jumping into the game. They want it to be integrated into the device itself. Like when people wanted standalone full body tracking, they wanted the headset itself to track their legs, even though that would be pretty much impossible with our current technologies. More cameras would need to be added and things like that. I mean, how on earth was it supposed to track your legs behind your body? You could say that with the MetaQuest Pro's controllers, that could be possible, utilizing the controller's cameras in order to track your body where the headset can't see it. It still wouldn't be perfect and not accurate enough, if you ask me, for Meta to bring it to market. But devices like this are really interesting, because devices that you need to put on have been out for a while now, including full body trackers. And yeah, they're a lot more accurate than just estimation or AI using cameras. So if you're not against having to put something on before you jump into your gameplay, this could be the most accurate thing we have to date, as it's going to mold to your face supposedly and gather a lot more detail than a camera would be able to. But let me know your opinions on this down below. I'm super excited to see where this goes, and I will definitely be following it. Now, on the topic of accessories, these VR haptic gloves track your fingers and electrically stimulate for haptic feedback. Ugh. I actually got to try something like this during VR days. Cass and Chari told me I absolutely need to try this thing, and I was terrified. But we went, I tried it. Thank you so much for recording, by the way, Cass and Chari. But it was really, really weird. It was a game where I would lift weights and this would electrically stimulate my muscles. And it worked. It worked, and you could set like the difficulty, and if I set it to a certain point, it would actually make it really difficult to lift what I was trying to lift up. It's a really weird feeling. If you guys ever had electric stimulation done to your muscles in any way, you know how weird that feeling is if you set it just a little bit too high. You basically lose complete control over your muscles. This, of course, is going to be done in a controlled manner. AI Silk is a Japanese wearable startup that's set to unveil a new haptic glove during CES 2023, which approaches both haptic feedback and finger tracking in a different way altogether. Called Lead Skin, the controller houses these conductive fibers, which not only provide finger tracking and control buttons on the back of the gauntlet-style controller, but also an electric haptic pulse that aims to stimulate manipulating virtual objects. So yeah, that's really interesting. And as I said, it seems during 2023, we're going to get some interesting accessories bringing VR immersion to the next level. Let me know what you think about all of these things down below. I love reading your guys' opinions. And if you like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but let me know why down below. Thank you so much to my Patreons. You guys helped me out so much throughout the last year. Seriously, I cannot help you enough. You helped me pay for all the subscriptions on this channel that I need to pay for, including things like background music and website charges and my G Suite and all the good stuff that you need to pay in order to run a channel in the background. Seriously, it helps me out a ton. And I feel like I needed to extend this part for the Patreons a little bit in this video because it means so much to me. Seriously, and I could not put it into words in a little post that I made on the Patreon, so I'm saying it here. Thank you so much. If you guys want to become part of the community, check out our Discord down below, check out our Reddit. I want to see you guys posting your spicy memes on there. And as usual, if you want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.